I'm going to do a couple more examples of the derivatives of the trig functions. These questions are actually asking for the second derivative, and the notation for the second derivative has this superscript 2 there. Another way to look at it would be or y double prime or f double prime of x. These are all different ways to express the second derivative. I'm going to express it as y prime and y double prime. I find that easier, but you do what you want. Any of these three are going to be fine. You'll see all the different notations. All right, so y prime. So we have a product rule for this x sine of x. So we have first times derivative of sine is cosine plus the second times derivative of the first. So we have sine x times 1, not times x. So that's the product rule for the first one. And then we take the derivative of cosine, which is negative sine of x. And so that gives us x cosine. And we've got, looks like two sines here. We're going to have one sine and another sine. All right, so that's the full first derivative. Now we take the second derivative, and I add a dash, so y double prime. We have another product rule. So first derivative of cosine is negative sine, plus the second times derivative of the first, which is 1. And then we have to take derivative of 2 sine. That's just 2 cosine. So plus 2 cosine of x. And we can clean this up a little bit. We have negative x sine of x. And then we've got, looks like 3 cosines. So plus 3 cosine of x. And that's our second derivative. This other one, cosecant. Let's take, so cosecant, derivative of cosecant is negative cosecant of x times cotangent of x. So this one here is simply y prime is equal to 2 times that master. So negative 2 cosecant of x cotangent of x. So this is just a sidebar. This is where we're actually going because there's a 2 there. So the first derivative, no problem. The second derivative is going to be a product rule because now we have two things. I'm going to pull the negative 2 out. And the derivative, first derivative, second, so we've got cosecant. Derivative of cotangent is negative cosecant squared. So plus the second times derivative of the first, which will be, let me move over a little bit. Derivative of cosecant is again negative cosecant cotangent. So we can clean that up a little bit. So I've got a negative 2 and then a negative cosecant cubed. So it's going to be positive 2 cosecant of x cubed. And then the next one, we have the negative 2, and there's another negative sign there, so that'll go away. So 2 looks like cosecant of x and cotangent squared. And that is our second derivative of that function.